Alright, so we have Hondo coming to the game, but before I get into the real developers' insights, they today is Tuesday. They had posted something on Monday, just kind of goofing around. So it says, "Hey folks, happy to see all the excitement around Hondo and wanting to learn more about them." I don't know why this dickhead keeps putting them. I hate this stupid Tuscan meathead. Ugh! It's him. Hondo is a guy. Why are you putting them? As we all know, kit reveals did not happen on Mondays yet until now. I have gone and made a Rev Zero version of the kit for you folks ahead of schedule. I hope you like it. I can't wait to hear your feedback. Full kit reveal tomorrow. The basics, it's Hondo. Unique attributes, it's Hondo. Inspiration, it's Hondo. Strategy tips, use Hondo. Fact, why? Because Hondo. Abilities, does Hondo things. So, it was just a little stupid goof. Also, with this dumb nonsense of the stupid them. Him. Is it that hard to say him? I hate this stupid meathead moron. Anyways, here's the real one now. It really is. I already did click and find out. And, there are a few things that I want to say. First off, this picture is pretty sexy. I like this picture. That cool purple, just his pose, and, like, he's all colorful and stuff. Like, this is pretty cool looking. The second thing, which maybe should have been first, actually. Can I zoom in? Oh, yes. He is the first neutral character. Now, I don't know if he's purple because neutral, it's kind of like lightsabers is purple. Because it's a mix of red and blue, get it? But he's the first neutral character. They have had that tag in the game for literally years now. Probably 4 years. The neutral tag has been there, and they haven't used it for anybody. And it's about motherfucking time. The only thing I've always thought with the neutral tag, though, is it should have been every scoundrel and or smuggler and the bounty hunters, because at the end of the day they basically are neutral. They're not light side, they're not dark side. They do whatever's in their best interests. I mean, look at Boba Fett. You might say was dark side at first because he was working with the Empire, but then look at his show Book of Boba. Well, you could argue that he's light side. Yes, the game puts him as dark side still, but you could argue that he's light side because now he's kind of rebuilding that community. He's protecting that community. I get it. He's still considered dark side because he's kind of like an underworld crime boss, but like he has good intentions. He's like Mando. They put Mando as light side, but Mando was a bounty hunter who was just doing a job prior to choosing to protect Grogu. And it's like Han. Obviously, we all know Han was doing something for Jabba. And that would have made him dark side, right? But we know him as light side because he partnered up with the rebels who happened to be considered light side. And why did he partner up with the rebels? Because they were going to pay him a good amount of money for him to fly them around. That's the only reason why he even partnered with them. He didn't care otherwise. It wasn't like he was in it for their cause. He was just in it for the payday. So that's what I've been thinking all along, and they never put anything as neutral, but we finally have a neutral character, so look at that. It makes me wonder, though, what the synergy might be, if any, because neutral, like, does that mean he could work with light or dark side, or does he basically have no synergy because he's doing his own thing? I don't know. It could get weird, or it could be really awesome. I don't know. But anyways, let's get into it. Obviously, they put it all in one, but we're going to do the developer's insights, half of it. Insights. I think I said insights in this one. So let's get it. Highlights. Capture an enemy unit and demand ransom be paid. Gain stacks of ransom to empower Hondo. Fight for survival. If Hondo is the last unit standing on his team, Hondo will increase his stacks in an effort to survive. Okay. And synergy. Kind of basic, as you would expect, considering he's scoundrel smuggler. Alright, Yar, all table heroes. These are merely guidelines. What? What is that supposed to mean? Key attributes. First ever neutral tag. I just went over that for 10 minutes. New captive debuff. Unit gets reduced speed, no bonus assist attacks, and cannot earn bonus turn meter. That is on the enemy, I'm assuming, right? It's gotta be, because that's too crappy on yourself. New ransom buff, plus 2% max health and tenacity per stack. How many stacks can you put down, though? Hondo always gets his slice of the pie, even if it's yours. Ugh, that's... Well, I guess if you have a proper strategy, that could be okay. Hondo will protect himself if all his allies fall. Aka, a lot of bonuses. first character, not a ship, to have the outmaneuver buff. He has outmaneuver. It's kind of goofy. Inspiration! Hondo was really fun to create, but also a challenge. I would imagine. One, he looks kind of cool, like I said, based on the picture up there, but at the same time, a neutral tag and all that, it might be kind of difficult. Then again, I feel like a lot of these characters should be difficult, and you end up coming up with a full kit for them, like Stormtrooper Han, or, you know, Boosh, or Lando in Disguise, or what other character barely had any screen time that you're able... Mob Enforcer, like that. Where do you even get that character from? Or Cup, random fake characters that you come up with a kit for. So, I don't know. Is he really that hard? Hondo is best known to serve himself above all others, meaning he can betray you, the player. Yes, just like I was just saying about all bounty hunters and smugglers and stuff. They're just in it for themselves, whatever's best for them in the moment. If the captive is defeated before Hondo has 10 stacks of random, he will escape mid-battle. A very Hondo thing to do. That's weird, he will escape mid-battle? So that's like the whole thing with Mon Mothma and Hermit Yoda and 3PO and Wat Tambor. If there's no enemies remaining, then they quote-unquote escape. But this one's saying mid-battle, so you might have 3 allies still alive, and if the if the enemy, what did it say? If the captive is defeated before he gets 10 stacks of ransom, then he's just gonna run away? That's weird. Hondo's marquee event has a unique take in that each tier begins with Hondo retelling the story of how that battle came to be. Hondo also frequently tells tall tales. That could be cool. Slightly different. There was another marquee event. I forget who it was for now, but I thought their event was kind of cool. So this one could be cool. A little bit of a story before each round. Instead of just boring, cut and dry, go into it with a predetermined team, and then it tells you each move, and then you do it, and then you progress to the next round and basically learn about the next move. This could be a little funner. The original ability names we wanted to use didn't fit on screen, so we had to shorten them. Here's the original names for 2 of his abilities. Insolence? We are pirates. We don't even know what that means. I guess this means we won't be friends. Hold on a minute. What? Is that 2 of them? So the first one is insolence, we are pirates, we don't even know what that means? Or is it... And then the other one is, I guess this means we won't be friends? Or... Yeah, it says, here's the original names for 2 of his abilities. I guess that means we won't be friends. Huh. Hondo's look comes from his appearance in Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland Hollywood Studios. Isn't Galaxy's Edge like a huge flop, from what I understand? But then again, I think they were reworking it, so maybe it's better now. I don't know. Anyways, strategy tips. Utilizing the captive debuff on a priority target can swing the battle in your favor. Shouldn't that be a period there? Calling allies to assist will lead to bonuses for that attack based on their alignment, while giving Hondo temporary bonuses. Always make sure you have 10 more stacks of ransom before you defeat Hondo's captive, or else Hondo will escape the battle. Why though? I'm trying to think of like what kind of situation that would make sense in. You know what I mean? You'd think he'd escape if he got the ransom first, because then he'd be like, okay, got what I want. But it's like if they die, then he's like, well, I'm out of here. I guess it's because then he can't cash out, so he wants to cash out. But if they die or something, then you don't care. It's like a bounty hunter in real life, like Dog the Bounty Hunter. If his bounty got caught before he got it, then he's not going to care anymore. So maybe that's the idea. Anyways, fact. What is neutral alignment? Hondo is neither dark side nor light side. He's Hondo side. Since Hondo side doesn't exist in the game, but the neutral alignment does, it made perfect sense for him to be the very first unit with this tag. While neutral is distinct from light and dark and does not encompass both, he is still available to be used in either side of campaign battles and territory battles. That's right, I forgot about that. It's been so long since I've done any of those that the light side's only light side, dark side's only dark side. Neutral's either. Huh, that's cool. How does the stacking on his unique work? Is that the one that I asked about? Hondo gains 50% of some of his stats at the start of each turn if there is a captive, up to 150%. With an Omicron in Grand Arenas, he gains an additional 15% on top of the original 15% for a total of 30% per turn, up to a max of 300%. Is that all the Omicron does, is just double the amount that he gains? I mean, it's not bad, but, like, it's kind of boring. That's an Omicron? Really? That's just a Zeta. Why does my Hondo sometimes flee mid-battle? Okay, you said FAQ. That means frequently asked questions. Nobody's asking that, as Hondo's not even in the game yet. And based upon reading this developer's insights, nobody would ask that, because I already know the answer. So why would people be asking that? If he's not getting paid, he's not sticking around. If he doesn't have 10 stacks of ransom and his captive is defeated, he will escape from battle. Flee. Yeah, that's what I just said, how that would make sense. In Grand Arena Territory Wars, what happens if Hondo flees at the same moment he defeats the enemy squad? Hondo will defeat the enemy and then immediately escape the battle, which will end up in a loss for Hondo's side. Banners earned for defeating enemies will be awarded, but banners for victory in the battle will be lost. What? That's crappy. And players will still be able to proceed past this battle to continue onwards. What? So you clear an area. What is this? Grand Arena Territory Wars. Territory Wars? I don't know, it doesn't matter, but Grand Arena. So it would count as a loss even though you cleared the area and can move forward? Well, that's crap. While getting into the situation is rare, we really like this mechanic and want to see how it plays out in the live environment. We will be monitoring and will make changes to the mechanics if warranted. I kind of feel like Hondo's going to be a crappy-ish character. He seems way too risky. Like a situation like this, where he could flee in Grand Arena. He could kill his enemy, but then flee if he didn't get his 10 stacks of ransom. And then it would count as a loss for you. Like, that's weird. Even though you technically beat your opponent first before he fled, it still counts as a loss for you. So you don't get all those bonus banners and stuff for winning. So, like, that's crappy. You also have how he'll just flee mid-battle. He's not dead. He could still have a lot of health, but the captive got defeated. I didn't get it by 10 stacks. I'm out of here. So now your team of 5 is 4, even though nobody got killed because Hondo ran away. Like, he needs to have, like, a killer kit in order to make him worthwhile. Otherwise, I don't feel like this guy's going to be very worthwhile. He's way too risky. Way too risky. This is like gambling with your team, though. I don't know. Anyways. Yep. Kit reveals coming up next, so we'll see. He better be super awesome. Otherwise, I don't know. He sounds very risky based on what I'm reading here. I mean, he looks kind of cool. I like this purple. I like the neutral, but eef, I don't know. Anyhow, that's all we got for the developer's insights. So yeah, come back and check out the kit reveal so we can really see what this guy's all about. And until then, I said see ya.